Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're diving into something really important: courier fraud awareness. It's super crucial to talk about this stuff, especially since so many people are getting caught up in these scams. We often think we're too smart to fall for it, but it can happen to anyone. So, let's break down what courier fraud is, how to recognize it, and how to protect ourselves.
So first off, what exactly is courier fraud? It's when fraudsters trick you into thinking they're someone official, like a police officer or a bank representative, and then they convince you to send money or personal information through a courier.
It's wild, right? Recently, police have been warning us about an increase in these scams, and honestly, it's kind of terrifying. It makes you feel so vulnerable when you realize how easily someone can manipulate you. Now, let's talk about how these fraudsters operate. They often use really common tactics that can throw you off guard. For example, they might call you, pretending to be from the police or your bank, and, they create this sense of urgency.
They get you panicking, saying things like, "You need to act fast or you'll lose your money." It's super intense.
I can only imagine how someone might feel in that moment, like your heart's racing and all you want to do is protect yourself or your finances. I came across some specific examples, and honestly, it's chilling.
They might say there's been suspicious activity on your account or that there's a warrant out for your arrest. It's insane how they can play on your emotions to get what they want. And in that moment, it's hard to think straight.
You might feel a mix of fear, confusion, and even anger at the thought that someone would try to scam you like that. But, amidst all this, it's important to take a step back and reflect on our feelings.
When I think about these scams, I feel this wave of vulnerability wash over me. It's like, am I really as cautious as I should be? We need to remind ourselves that skepticism is key.
If something feels off, trust that gut feeling. Here are some key messages to keep in mind. First, officials will never ask for your personal information over the phone. That's a huge red flag. If someone's asking you for sensitive details, hang up. Seriously. Urgency is just a tactic they use to get you to act without thinking. So take a breath and think it through. Now, let's talk about how we can empower ourselves against these scams.
It's all about being proactive. Always verify the caller's identity. Don't just take their word for it. Use a different phone to call the organization they claim to represent. Make sure you're speaking to someone legit.
And, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share it with your friends and family. The more people who know about these tactics, the harder it'll be for scammers to succeed. As I've been thinking about this, I realize how important it is to stay informed. It's like we have to commit to ongoing vigilance against fraud. It's not just about watching out for ourselves. It's about protecting our loved ones too. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to reflect. Yeah, it's a scary topic, but there's something oddly empowering about being aware.
Even though it's tough to think about being vulnerable, there's a sense of gratitude that comes from learning how to protect ourselves better. Every little bit of information can be a tool in our arsenal against fraud.
So, if you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, and drop a comment below. Let's keep this conversation going. Share your thoughts or experiences with courier fraud. Let's learn from each other.
Thanks for watching, and remember to stay informed and vigilant out there. Take care.